Hello everyone, welcome back. Nash Rathbone here. Exduct sent me out this, what is it now? It's an E0931D Knife Sharpening System. It is the first time that I've been able to try and sharpen a knife with such a modern system, because in the past I have used sharpening stones like these ones here. Now these ones all belonged to my late father. He was really good at sharpening knives with these things. I am not quite so good at all really, guys. In fact, I would say I'm fairly useless at it. A lot of the trouble that I find with it is that, is getting the angle right and doing this to sharpen your blades, going up and down the stone to sharpen your blades. My father was absolutely ace at it, and he could get a knife razor sharp actually, guys. But as I say, I've not really been all that good at it, but I've given it a try now and again, but not being very good at it at all really. Anyhow, my friends at Exduct asked me if I would like to do a knife sharpening review for you guys to take a look at. Hopefully I can educate you into how to use one of these things. Hopefully. It says here you get some honing oil. However, you don't actually get that in the kit because airlines don't like to ship stuff like that out, so you don't get it. There is some instructions on the back how to use it, so that's quite handy then. That should give me some idea of how to use the thing. Let's take a look what we get, because it comes in this box obviously. Let's see what we get here then. Well, you get a little screwdriver for a start. We get this little sort of like handle thing here, and that screws into this little base plate like thusly. Helps it stand up. And then we get this other little device here, which is the clamp to hold the knife in place. Looks a bit odd at the moment, but basically what you do is you open it out and slide these two locking bars into position, and it all keeps it upright. Then we get these two threaded bars here, guys, and they screw into one of the 4 honing stones you get. These are like diamond stones, and there is 4 different grits available here. Right then, let's have a look at it in a little further detail, shall we, guys? If you want something a little better than the original box to keep this sharpening system in, Exduct also sell this EP02 tool bag, and it all fits in there a treat actually, guys. Let's take a look. There we go. And a little stand, and in the lower section we have the 2 threaded bars and the honing stones themselves. I'll put you a link to this bag in the descriptive text below, and don't forget, if you use NAS50FF, that will get you a nice little 5% off both the bag and the sharpening system too. Okay then, let's have a go at assembling this little fella, see what it looks like. So we screw the handle part into the base plate like so. Open the clamping device, slide along the locking bars, and we've got a little serrated hole here sort of thing with little teeth in it, and that fits into the handle like so. Move these out of the way, turn them over because they're hanging up on my table here. It's stuck onto the table, the grittiness of it all. And basically the idea is you clamp a knife in here, then you attach the little threaded bars onto whichever sharpening stone you wish to use at the time, and then we've got these little slots in the bars just here, and that will help to give you the angle you need to sharpen the blades. So what we better do is we'll take a look at this old knife here. Right, and so this old thing here I have had for about 14 years or more. it is not exactly what you'd call very sharp. In fact, if we get a bit of paper over here, like so, I think you'll find it doesn't really want to cut paper at all well, to be honest with you guys. It just doesn't want to, as you can see, it's not really, it's more of a tear than anything. Yeah, it's not going to, you know, you can take my word for it, guys. Yeah, that's a tear, look. That is definitely not a cut. I don't think it's going to do very well with cardboard either, to be honest with you. Let's try it. Nope. Yeah. God, flipping it. No. As you can see, that's just a tear. So it is particularly blunt. Not very good at all. Okay, so we take the little screwdriver as supplied. Loosen off this clamping screw here. This thing feels like it might be spring loaded too. And then we just have to clamp the knife blade like so, and then we place the I've got the roughest sharpening stone in the kit here, and I've got it in number 4 hole. 1, 2, 3, 4 holes down. And then basically what we do is you hold it with the handle like so, and then we simply push it round the blade like so. Now I've got it in the 4th hole down because it appears to be the right angle for the blade here that it was originally sharpened at. So we simply do this with it. And so this is the roughest blade, the roughest sharpening stone I've got in here. You should be adding a little bit of honing oil while you're doing this. I don't have any honing oil, but I do have a bottle of 3-in-1 oil. Now this particular one belonged to my late father, and it's the last bottle he ever purchased. And as I remember, he used to use this on his sharpening stones. So perhaps we could put a drop on this sharpening stone here. There we go, put a little drop on there. Get it all over the place, of course, guys. Put the lid back on there. Alright, let's give it a go again then. This is the first time I've ever used one of these modern sharpening systems, guys. So I hope I'm doing it justice. What does it look like now, I wonder? Let's have a look. I've just had a look using my late father's magnifying glass here. It does look like it's a lot better, and it also feels slightly different too, slightly sharper. So what I think we'll do is we'll swap it out onto the other side like so. Get the stone, which is looking rather grubby now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pop him on there and give it a go again on the other side, guys, on the other side of the blade. Please let me know if I'm doing this wrong, because I've not used one of these things before. It seems to be like a good way of doing it, to my way of looking at it. It's very much easier than using a stone for somebody like myself. I say this is the roughest diamond stone in the kit, and what I'm getting now is I'm getting the smell of 3-in-1 oil as it's being used to sharpen it, and that's bringing back childhood memories of when my father used to sharpen his knives. Yeah, oh blimey, oh dear. Yep, let's have a look at it again. Okay, so it's feeling sharper in places than it was. I don't think the tip might be a bit better, yeah. I think it might be a little bit more required just there. We'll try at the tip of the blade, see what we can do with that a bit more. I think you can see how dirty the oil is getting in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Give the other side another go here. I say we have got some much finer sharpening stones in the kit as well, so you could give it a really good finish if you wish to. Okay, what's it like now? It definitely feels a bit better. I wonder if we should give it a go with a bit of paper and cardboard again, see what it's like. Get some of this grubby oil off of here. You can see how dirty it all is. Does that feel any better? Let's get the paper over here. So before we had this tear going on instead of a nice cut. Let's see if we've improved it any. Hopefully we have. If not, I'll have to have another go at it, guys. Now you see, look at that. It's already better, and I've only been at it a few seconds. I don't think it's still 100%. Now if you remember, it wouldn't cut the cardboard at all, guys. Same bit of cardboard. And it is actually, hang on, I think it still probably needs, I don't think this is the best knife in the world either, guys. But it certainly feels a bit, there we are. That's better. So it is starting to sharpen it up a bit. Let's give it some more welly with the sharpener. You'll have to bear with me, guys, because as I say, this is my first attempt with one of these modern sharpening systems. It's a lot easier than it is trying to use a sharpening stone like my late father was very, very good at. I'm not very good at with a sharpening stone at all, guys. Oops. So this is a lot easier actually. Let's pop him the other way. Hold him in there again. Tighten it down. It's got to be nice and tight, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've picked hole number 4 because it seems to be the right angle for this particular knife blade what it was originally sharpened at. It just says it's stainless steel on the blade here. I have no idea what stainless this is. It's just a cheap knife that I picked up when I was working for a tool company back then. What the steel is, I have no idea. It's probably not all that good at all, really. It's soon blunted, so it's probably something not particularly very good at all, I wouldn't have thought. It does actually feel like we're getting an edge going on here. Of course I'm getting grubby doing it. Let's have it out of here again. Have we improved it any? I think you can see there's a definite improvement going on here, guys. The more I do it, the better it gets. What about the cardboard? Because it did struggle with the cardboard a little bit earlier, didn't it? Let's get that out of the way. Right in. Oh yeah, it's definitely cutting the cardboard better, as you can see. Right, let's try one of the finer stones here. I think this is the top one. This one's got the hook sharpening slot in it as well, so you can sharpen your fishing hooks if you go fishing. Let's try the 360 grit this time. There we go. I have noticed though that, you know, screwing these rods into some of these sharpening stones is a little difficult because you're screwing it into brass. I'm not sure whether they've not been machined out properly or not, but they do go in eventually. Let's get the old, rather not very good knife clamped in. Oops. Chuck it about all over the place first, of course. Right in. Get that nicely tight. It does need to be tight, guys, otherwise the blade tends to slide around a little bit. Right, and so I've got a drop of 3-in-1 oil on there, as you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if we can get it a little bit finer. Although this does actually sound a bit rougher, to be honest with you guys. But then again, as I say, I've never used one of these sharpening kits before. So, the smell of 3-in-1 oil. Well, here we are on the other side of the blade again. My father always told me, and it's pretty obvious, that by doing it one side you work up a burr on the opposite side, so you've got to take that burr off. So that's how you sharpen it, like so, like this, and just flip it over and then take the burr off of it again. Okay, can we feel anything like a burr on the other side of it? Yes, I can. Yes, I can feel a burr on the other side of it. So we just take it off and put it on the other side again. Yeah, it's definitely there. Right in 1, 2, 3, 4. Just very gently remove that burr. Okay, wipe the old oil off of it again. Does it feel any better? I think it does. Let's try the sheet of paper again, so we can knock a corner off of it. Wow, that is hugely improved. I think there's still a bit of something going on, because this isn't the bestest knife in the world. I think it's still probably got chunks in it somewhere, you know, lumps out the blade. But as you can see, we've made a huge improvement over where we first started off. That's just a tear, that is. That's just awful, guys. What about the cardboard again? Let's try the cardboard, because it was struggling with the cardboard. Hang on a minute. I think it's probably no, that's a lot better. Okay then, guys, so I think if you used to persist using finer and finer grit stones here, you could really bring this blade up to something approaching quite good. Maybe, because this isn't the bestest blade in the world, if we had a decent steel, I mean, I've no idea what steel this is, if you had a decent steel on a decent blade, then I'm sure you could get it up quite nicely, actually, guys. So yeah, it's much easier than using a sharpening stone for somebody like myself. You know, to use something modern for the first time, it's quite good, actually. Exduct also sent me these little smaller, more portable sharpening devices. Mrs. Rathbone's got her eye on that one. We're going to have to give this one a go on her carving knife, I think, this particular one, because she claims it's not very sharp. So we'll have to give it a go on that one, I think, when I test these. I will review these at some point in the future, guys. But yeah, so let's thank Exduct for sending in this E0931D sharpening kit. As I say, if we were to persist with the gradually more finer grit, these are diamond stones, by the way, we'd get a really nice edge on this blade, I think. I've not done too bad at the moment, actually. You could also, this screw on base here, I had trouble with it falling over quite a bit, but as you can see, it's got holes in the bottom of it, so you could actually screw it down to your worktop if you wish to. It would make this a lot more stable to work with then. But I'm not about to screw it down to my review bench, guys. But yes, it's a nice little system, actually. I quite like it. It's not bad at all. It seems to do what it says on the can, and I say it is actually spring loaded by the looks of things a little bit. I think it's something to do with the back here. But it yeah, it seems to do all right. There may very well be better sharpening kits out there, but you know, if you just like myself, this is ideal. This kit is ideal for me. And we've got little brass inserts in the end here to screw the rods in. I did have one or two. See, that one's gone in there quite nicely. There was one or two of them that don't want to screw in very well. That could just be a problem with the threads. That one's okay as well. These two here probably a little bit more tighter, I think. But other than that, yeah, that was a little bit tighter just there. Probably just needs the thread clearing out a little bit. And you get a little screwdriver as well, guys. You've got to make sure the knife you're working on is screwed into here really, really tightly, because otherwise what you get this going on while you're trying to sharpen it. So you've got to make sure it's nice and tight. Anyway, taking a closer look at the clamp here, we actually have this little adjustment screw in here. so you can change the way the clamp opens and closes for different sized blades, larger blades, smaller blades, or whatever. So you should be able to get it to clamp onto just about any size of blade you want, really, just by turning that little knob around. So if you can't get it to grip one way, you just turn it round and it will grip eventually. Okay guys, well I hope you found this little sharpening video educational, because I know I did, because I have never used one of these things before at all. It's much easier for me to sharpen something like this with this kit than it is using my late father's sharpening stones. He was very good at it, just about sliding the blade up and down on the sharpening stone, but I'm afraid I was never any good at doing that at all, guys. But this kit, I quite like this actually. So you can pick it up from Exduct via their website. If you use my special discount code NAS50FF, which I shall put down here since I can't spell it, can't remember what it is. Yeah, you'll get a nice little 5% discount on anything you can find on there, guys. You can find anything you want on Exduct. Just apply that code at the checkout and you'll get yourself a nice little 5% discount, so that can't be bad. And thanks to the guys at Exduct for supplying me with that discount as well. Alrighty then, guys, I hope you found this as educational as I did. Never used one of these things before. This is the first time I've used it. On the video there, as you saw on the video, that is me using it for the first time. I haven't played with it at all since I got it. I thought, you know, I'd bring you guys along for the trip, as it were. See how I got along with this rather cheapy frame lock knife. It's even got the little thumb stud missing out of it. Got lost. I think it's not the bestest of knives in the whole world, I don't think, to be honest with you. Don't know how much it cost me now. Not a lot. A couple of quid probably. But yeah, they very kindly sent me these little sharpeners along as well, and they also threw in this little Sanrenmu GJ033Z. Very nice indeed, this little tool. This is going in my EDC kit. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Thank you very much, Exduct. Alright then, guys, let's thank Exduct once again for sending this rather super little tool in. I shall be making more use of it in the future, because I very often, well, sometimes you get a knife in for review that's probably not been sharpened all that well, and this will be the first time I will be able to sharpen anything up. I don't usually sharpen my knives that I get in for review. I like to see what they're like from the factory first, but this is the first time I've ever used one of these kits, guys, and it's pretty good actually. So pop along to Exduct. You can use my links below. I'll put a link to this kit and to these little fellas here in the descriptive text down below. Just follow those links, use my code. You'll be supporting my channel by doing so, by the way, guys, so use my discount code. There are other ways to support my channel. You can click like, you can share it with your friends, and most of all you can subscribe to the channel, and that will help. Don't forget, guys, by clicking like you're showing YouTube what you want to watch. Okay, you can follow me on my Instagram down there. Go along to Instagram, see what I'm up to. Google Plus. You can also support the channel by my Patreon page as well. That all goes to help as well. Right then, guys, so you can look out in the very near future for me testing these little fellas, because I particularly want to try these on Mrs. Rathbone's carving knife down there, which apparently is never sharp enough. So we'll give it a go with that, shall we? See how we get on with it. Alright then, guys, well, thank you for popping over once again. Please let me know what you thought of the review. If you'd like to see me sharpening more knives in the future, maybe we could have a go at that as well using this kit. Alright then, guys, well, thanks for popping over, thanks for watching, and I will catch you later.